Hello and welcome to Wasdas. Today you will get a short introduction into the German case system, which is, right after lines and spiders, the most feared thing all over the world. But worry no more, it's not as difficult as you might think. Let's get started. You might have heard of the 4 different cases of the German case system: the Nominativ, Genitiv, Dativ and Accusative. But what are they and what do they do? In order to answer that question, let's look at 4 English sentences first. The teacher is talking, the students see the teacher, the students provide feedback for the teacher, the videos of the teacher get better. The circle of life. Now, how would we say those sentences in German? The teacher is talking, der Lehrer redet. The students see the teacher, die Schüler sehen den Lehrer. The students provide feedback for the teacher, die Schüler geben dem Lehrer Feedback. The videos of the teacher get better, die Videos des Lehrers werden besser. You might have realized that whereas in English we say the teacher without any change in each of those sentences, in German, der Lehrer does change. And that's the case because of the case system, pun not intended. In the first sentence, der Lehrer redet, the teacher is talking, der Lehrer is in the nominative case. We use the nominative for the subject of the sentence. The subject always answers to the question who or what does something. Who is talking? Der redet, der Lehrer, the teacher. The beautiful thing about the nominative is that we learn it automatically every time we learn a new noun, since we always learn the noun's nominative form. Therefore, no additional learning here. And you have already mastered your first German case. Congrats. Let's look at the second sentence. The students see the teacher. Die Schüler sehen den Lehrer. Here the subject is the students, die Schüler. But more importantly, we don't say der Lehrer anymore, but den Lehrer instead. And that's because we're using the accusative case here. We usually use the accusative for direct objects. And we find out what the direct object is when we look for the part of the sentence that is directly affected by the verb. What do the students see? The teacher. Was sehen die Schüler? Den Lehrer. So when we use the accusative in German for masculine nouns such as der Lehrer, der always becomes den. Alright, so far, so good. Let's take a look at sentence number 3. The students provide feedback for the teacher. Die Schüler geben dem Lehrer Feedback. Why do we say dem Lehrer here and not den Lehrer? Is it because Germans are mean and they want to make it unnecessarily complicated? Maybe. But another reason might be that dem Lehrer is not the direct but the indirect object. The indirect object is not directly affected by the verb but rather answers to the question to whom. In this case, to whom give the students feedback? The teacher. Dem Lehrer. And for the dative masculine nouns always change from der to den. Alright, only one more sentence to go. The videos of the teacher get better. Die Videos des Lehrers werden besser. Now we're saying des Lehrers. And for the first time, even the noun slightly changes. And here we have been using the genitive, which we use to indicate either possession or affiliation. Sounds complicated, but it's actually not too different from English, where we could say the teacher's videos. In German, masculine nouns change from der to des, and the noun receives a tiny little beautiful s. So what have we learned about the German case system in a nutshell? We use the nominative for the subject of the sentence. Luckily, we always learn the nominative form whenever we learn a new noun. We use the accusative for the direct object of the sentence. For the indirect object, we use the dative. Whenever we talk about possession or affiliation, we use the genitive. And depending on the case, the noun's article can change. These changes we have seen in the example sentences from der to den, to dem and to des are the ones we always have when we use masculine nouns. When we use feminine or neutral nouns, the articles behave a little differently, which is also why it's really so important to learn a noun together with its article right from the start. Now you know how the German case system works. And know-it-all might say now, it's a little more complicated than that. We can also use the dative and accusative after certain verbs and prepositions. Well, and that person would be right. but we will talk about each case individually in more detail. This video really was just about understanding how the case system actually works and what it is all about. Learning all cases at once would be way too much. Using German cases correctly takes time, so don't worry about it and don't rush it. Making mistakes here is just part of the game. But if you want to practice your understanding of the case system, then click on the link below for a free exercise. As always, no sign up necessary. For more explanations, exercises and fun learning games, visit our website at www.wasdas.com. You'll find the link in the description below as well. In our next video, we'll talk about the Accusative, one of the cases we just addressed in more detail. And if this video was helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more fun German lessons. See you next time. Bye bye.